So welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Cause if you didn't, now you know. Light it up, kid, give them a show. Be volcanic and just let it blow. Oh, make them shiver. They've been waiting for the real man, time to deliver. I'm magnetic, I move still. They can't feel it, soon they will. You spit electric, you shock with sight. Your sounds eclectic, the crowds ignite. They've been waiting for it, so just let them have it. Yeah, double stuff them like a sandwich, yo. If it ain't enough, the hell with it.
To hell with it. Oh, hey.
Coño, ¿qué pasó?
I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, my God. Welcome to the GTalk. To hell with it. Hey.
What's going on, everybody? Coño, GTalk, ¿qué lo que?
Let's go. Hold on.
Hell yeah.
Let's go. The GTalk.
GTalk.
Que lo que?
¿Qué lo que?
Que lo que? You got, is that, I'm going to go close. Does that say king on your shirt?
Yeah.
Look at the king.
Yeah.
Oops, I almost slipped there. The king rocking it. All right.
Oh,
El
yeah.
Rey, right?
El Rey.
El Rey.
Mhm.
Learning Espanol. One
Muy bien.
palabra cada vez.
Oh, shit. Way to go.
Yeah, girl. So, welcome to the GTalk, everybody. This is episode 3. And I say episode 3 because, well, it is. But if we don't count the first, 11 or no, 10 pilots.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Ridiculous in a great way. For
Yeah.
anyone that, oh, go on.
It was great practice
You could say that again.
and the realest shit you ever going to hear.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. I mean, I'm still living off of that stuff. I don't know about you.
Yeah, me too. I'm like, how are we going to make an episode better than those pilots?
And then what happens?
We make it better.
We make. Oh, sorry to cut that off, guys. Okay. La Portador de la Verdade.
That's still my name?
No.
Oh,
Let's go.
We got to my favorite part very early. I like that.
Okay, here we go. Get it out of the way in a beautiful way. So I'll go with Frankie. You ready?
Ready?
Frankie. La definición del hombre.
Definition of a man.
The definition of a man.
Coño, wow, that is
I'm going to let the guys give you all the praise. I'm not cutting that off. La definición del hombre.
Coño,
That's deep.
yeah, Coño, Chicago.
And now mine. Ja. Grown-up boy.
Grown-up boy. I love the double entendre. You know what I'm
yes,
saying?
grown-up boy. the definition of man right here. And then grown-up boy. Yay. Wah. That's me. Hi. Welcome to the show. Has my stupid glasses.
No, I think they look
My
cool,
headband.
man.
Listen, you are sharp. El Rey. Como la seda. Me, well,
No,
I'm the wa.
I think you look pretty cool, dude.
Thank you.
Love the
You're a
shades.
great you're a great liar. Great.
Ain't no lie at the G-Talk, baby.
No, it's straight truth. How dare I? La portador de la verdade. How dare I accuse La Portador de la Verdade of lying? How dare I should be sent to prison? My God.
Oh, man, that was too good.
That's terrible. So, by the way, you want to start with, again, we should have, say it with me, we should have recorded the pregame.
Yeah.
Oh, what a cut. We're talking for like 40 minutes maybe.
Yeah, it was a hot minute.
And what was it that I said? I was like, no, shh, don't. We have to record. What was the topic?
Okay, it was a situation of somebody in my life that that I care about,
Okay.
and you said define care,
Go ahead.
and I started with I had to think about it because I'm like, Jay always throws this stuff at me, and it makes me think. I'm like,
The advocate of devils.
you could say that again, and I was like, okay,
The advocate of devils. Go ahead.
I'm like define care. It's like, okay, care is not exactly a concern. But it's just more of nurturing.
Define nurturing.
Andar, diablo, coño, I look like Webster, yo. um,
But I was being more than an advocate of devils. I was being real and still am. Because what was it that preceded my question to you about defining caring? What was it that I said your two options are in life?
I need to write this shit down.
Yes, you do.
Either change your mindset of the situation. If you cannot change the situation, something to that effect.
So yes, not as great as the lab. Judges. All right, there we go. Good
Okay,
job.
I passed.
You passed. Change your situation, or change your mindset to that situation, or your mindset in general. You know, the way it was told to me many moons ago, it was change your situation, or change your attitude to that situation.
Right.
Right. And the idea being, what else are you going to do? There's a third option. You ready? Worry.
Yeah, let's take that option out.
Take that option out. But then, why are you worrying? Well, it's currency for, say it with me, caring. It's proof. Like coins of proof, not bills of proof. But if you worry about someone, at least you could say, I care.
Yeah.
Here's my currency.
Mm-hmm.
Look at me worrying and being anxious about it and having anxiety and all this bullshit because I care about you. That's part joke and part real, right? That's how we show that we care when we can't, when we're in trauma, right? We worry.
Mm-hmm.
When we can't impact the situation, we want to send that resonance to someone in a way that impacts their situation, but we can't. So guess what? I worry. I worry for her, for him. I worry. For what? It's just currency that you're handing to someone, hoping that they take it and say, oh, you cared about me. Yeah, you worried. Yay. Big deal. Big effing deal. What are they going to do with your worry, kid? Did it change their situation? Did it change their mindset?
Probably not.
So what did your worry do? Say it with me.
Probably
Nothing.
inconvenienced me.
Well, you know what? Well done, kid. Oh. What did it do for you? It did a lot. It hurt you, right? It did something. Worrying is not a positive energy, is it?
No.
If anything, it's a discombobulated energy. It's misdirected. Wouldn't you say it's misdirected energy?
Yeah. In this particular case, yes.
Because you're coming from a genuine place, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you mean well, but you know you cannot impact the situation in any way, shape, or form.
Mm-hmm.
So you're trying to direct your energy, right, at somebody in a loving way, but it comes as worry. It's all. That's just how it's coming to them. How the hell what are they gonna do with that?
Yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah.
But you tried.
But I tried to.
By the way, I'm not trying to say that I don't do that.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
No, it's human nature, you know. It's
Right.
human nature, and anybody, even you know, a child could, you know, show that they worried
Of
about
course.
something.
Of course.
But
what does it do?
it disturbs my peace.
It takes up space.
Yeah, it takes up
I mean,
space.
metaphorical space, don't you think?
Yeah, it's like this is my space, and I'm at peace here. Now this shit is, you know, trying to come in here, and I'm going you.
Swatting it away, trying to figure something out.
But it's if it's somebody that you care about, entonces, you try to
define care.
Define care that that if I see you struggling, and I gotta say it in a storyline way,
Go for it.
If I see you struggling or in trouble, that it could have a negative impact on your life. I would have to put in my 2 cents or try to provide a solution, or at the minimum, recommend them to watch the first 10 pilots of the GTalk. I'm sorry, but it's freaking true.
Say it with me. La portador de la verdade. Oh, dare I? Let me finish that one. But again, if you can't change that situation and you can't be there literally for somebody,
Mm-hmm.
and as much as you want them to avoid harm, you're not God. What else is there to do, Frank?
Pray for them. Coño, that's the least.
Send positive energy upward, because if you send it outward, it's going to come across in a discombobulated way. Because if you can't provide a way to help, information or guidance or something, you're just going to provide discombobulated energy that's not going to help. If anything, the fact that you're communicating with someone could be something where like, I can't have you in my life right now because I'm thinking about us and I miss us and whatever. And now that this energy is messing with me, right? Hence 30-day no contact, right? You did that for a reason. Why?
I started
coming in close.
30-day no contact in an attempt to win back my ex.
Well, okay. That's the goal. What was the objective the first 30 days? What's the objective of 30-day no contact?
The objective of 30-day no contact is to give each person the opportunity to become emotionally neutral.
Or balance their energies.
E
equals MC squared.
Yes. Give you the opportunity to work on yourself and heal. And give you the opportunity to miss each other. So at the end of 30 days, you could meet and everyone is emotionally neutral. You healed and you haven't spoken in 30 days. You got a lot to say. You're going to be nicer. And hopefully that will kickstart the relationship back on the right foot.
Well said, by the way. I guess I'll add that from an energy perspective, missing someone is their energies not being kind of tingling with yours. They're not in your life, so you're getting to feel your own resonance, I guess, unless you're around a bunch of other people that might be supportive, like family and friends and stuff like that. But for the most part, when that person is not in your life, that's an energy that's intertwined, right? I mean, you're literally next to them when they're sleeping, when things are good. But missing them is going, wait a minute, there's something missing here. Yeah, their resonance, their energy. It's not entangled with you, right? You think about the sphere of Da Vinci, where he's like the different things. That people, scientists, theologians, whatever, they theorize that's, and I don't know if it's in his writing, talking about the energy field around man. And he goes in depth, and he believed in all that stuff. Da Vinci's why he's one of my top 3 favorite painters of all time. He's an energy guy. And energy in art history, this is going to be art history rant, sorry, is energy is demonstrated by light. That's why you had many painters that in the different ages, dark ages even, where they lightened up a subject, a face or whatever, or a scene with dramatic lighting. And that was the energy that's them telling a story, right? Why am I saying this? Because the energy field around us, the way Da Vinci talks about, it's easy to express energy in art. I could grab an instrument. Here's energy. Ding, ding, ding. You could hear it, right? Here's energy. I put color on a page. that energy is going to your eye with color, and it's making some sort of an image, and it's, you get that energy in. How do I send energy to someone in real life that's that impactful? Well, I have to intermingle my energies with theirs so they really feel all of it, and they find themselves in me, right? That's a bond with somebody, right? Wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
That's like a best friend. That's a lover, right? Lover. That's when they really feel your energy, as if you're a painting, a real life song, right? Love is music. Love is whatever. Rip that apart now. Something's missing.
Mm-hmm.
What's missing? Their energy. It's out. Well, at some point in time, you've got only two things you can do.
Say it with me.
You could only change your situation or, coming in close,
Change your mindset of the situation.
yeah. Let's go. He learns, kids. Ladies. Oh, I don't learn. He learns.
Takes a little while, but
La portador.
I was a C student.
De la verdade. And actually, see, I'm saying verdade. I'm saying in Portuguese style. It's verdade, right?
Verdad en español.
Yes. Long-winded way of saying we were talking about caring, right? Let me bring it back. Energy. Caring, if you're not impacting the situation or in any way, shape, or form. In other words, there's no information you're providing someone, like literal information, that's helping change your situation or make it better. Like advice or in your case, you're talking about guidance to the special someone, right? There's no way that you're helping them manifest a new reality in their head, right? In other words, getting over it. That's manifesting a new reality in your head. Because you have the reality outside that you can or cannot control. It's up to you to figure that out.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have the reality in your head that you can make it whatever the fuck you want, right? Because you have a great imagination. Welcome to man. And we and woman and beautiful baby. And when we as men can impact, we can be there to protect, provide, all that stuff that men are supposed to do, we worry. Got to send something out there.
Mm-hmm.
So through the FedEx or the USPS of hearts and souls, we send the worry. Yay, I hope she gets it. And again, we say we care. That's how we package it. The box comes like, it says care on it.
Mm-hmm.
Or take care, or I don't know, fragilely.
Handle with care.
Whatever, handle with care. I messed that up. You see where I'm getting at?
Mm-hmm.
You can't define caring because it's an action. And it's just depending on what action you take.
Mm-hmm.
You could care in a way that you say, I'm caring, but it's wasteful. You could care in a way where you're there at that very moment and you help. You're being helpful. But caring is the intention. It's not, actually, I correct myself. It's the intention, not the action. The action could be all those things we just talked about, right? Anxiousness, informational, whatever, helpful. Or you're just a worrywart and you're making people go, oh my God, your energy's conflicting. Get out of here. I don't need you in my life right now. Go. You're not helping. Right? Caring is the intention. The action is, what you do with it. So when I ask you, what does it mean to define caring? Well, you have to attach an action to it because then there's no way to prove it. You see where I'm going with this? Or did I go way off in right field? It's unfair question is what I'm saying. You cannot define caring to me unless you put it into a scenario. Do you see what I'm saying?
Well, yeah,
it's an unfair question.
Me in particular, I would have to put it into a scenario too.
Anybody would, Frank. You cannot define caring. That's the intention. I'm coming from a place of love for somebody else. That's caring, is it not? Do you care about your dog?
Yeah.
That means you show love for your dog, right? You care.
Yeah, I love my dogs.
Do you care about your clothing?
100%.
Now, if the house is on fire and you're running out of it, you're not going to go, oh my God, I got to save my clothing.
Probably not.
Oh, good. All right. You didn't take too long thinking about that one. So caring is showing love for. That's all it is.
Mm-hmm.
The action you take to prove that love, different story, right?
Mm-hmm.
Jealousy goes in there, right?
Yeah.
I'm jealous because I care. I care about her or them or whatever. What's the other? I'm thinking, or if you feel like alone in your heart, right? And you don't feel like they're showing love back to you, then you might, I don't know, put a blank space there, whatever the word is. You care about those people, so their opinion of you matters. Let's say that, right? Mm. And you let their negative energy come in upon you. Well, I care about them, so that's how I take it. I take their advice to heart. I care about them. They have cred in my life, right? And sometimes they shouldn't. You should let them go, right? You say, F them, they're gone. I'm a better person without their energy in my life, right? So let me bring this all back to you. We're not going to get specific, okay? I don't want you to reveal anything, but I'm speaking way too much. I need you to speak. And here's what I want you to speak about. You said to me, can I say what you said to me?
Yeah.
You said, I think I'm healed. Well, are you?
You want to do this?
I mean,
I'll do this. I'll do this right now because I am fucking healed.
Are you healed? Let's go. La portador. De la verdade. Again, keep it generic. I think there'd be more value.
Dude, I'm ready, dude.
Listen, I'm going to be honest with you. I'd rather talk about that stuff. That's more value.
Okay.
I don't think you're ready to talk about the situation like we did before, but can you?
Yeah, because my heart is pounding right now.
Yeah, no. No, that's not my point. No. I'm going to be honest. I'm going to step in and say, don't go down that road. That's not going to that might benefit you now to get that out.
Yeah, no,
that's not going to benefit anyone that's going to hear it.
We'll save this for like the 50th episode. Something special.
When we read journals, right?
Yeah, something to that effect. Yeah.
Yeah. But talk about what do you mean by healing,
dude? For the longest time, I told you I did 30-day no contact. I journaled. I went to church. I went to a support group. I did good deeds. I spoke to you constantly.
You still are still doing it.
We did pilots. We try to help people even while we're broken inside. We did all this, and I feel better. Like I felt better day by day. Every good deed or every act of self-care helped me feel a little bit better. But that pain was just. It would just drag on. The anxiety would just drag on. Shit, I think episode 7 or 8, you know what I'm saying? This is well over 2 months of separating. I had a journal because I was, had anxiety attacks.
Don't mind me. Keep talking. I got to fix your camera. You're a little off. Sorry. Keep going.
2 months after. I had to call 90 for the second time because I couldn't freaking take care of my anxiety. It was just continuous. And I began a few pods ago. I said something. I was like, I was going to say something and I forgot. And I remember what it was. I was like, I'm beginning to think that healing is not a destination.
Yes,
I think
it's
a freaking journey.
Yes.
Because when the hell when is this going to when am I going to be able to start over again? Because it's like every day I have to work to be okay. So
are we there yet? Are we there yet? Man, you're the kid. Are we there yet?
Christ, and it's like, okay, I'm doing everything. Okay, and granted, I understand that there's no timeline. I understand that, and that's okay.
You have expectations, right? Let's be real.
Yeah, and
we talked about that in another pod about time frames and stuff. Realistic, right?
Yeah, and there really is no.
But there isn't.
Time, some people's is a lot longer than others.
Can I do it from the energy perspective real quick, people? the universe doesn't work on time. It just works. It's whether or not you're going with it or against it. As I point back to me, I didn't realize. Freudian slip. All right, back to the portador. Here you go. Keep going. 25 minutes in, my stupid ass just pointed back at me. I'm going against the universe. And he's going with it. That's why he's doing so well, and I'm so proud of you. But go on.
Pues see, again,
there's no time frame for healing, and
But to me, I was really beginning to think, and granted, I should have known better. I shouldn't, but I said maybe healing is a journey. Maybe healing.
When you said that after we talked, by the way, I love when we talk after. It's like we like debrief. I can't wait to record that one day. Can we have a crowd of people that give a shit about what we're doing here? For God's sake, the type of fans that would count how many poker chips I put down. Let's say how many poker chips do you think that sounds like?
Let me see. That's one more time.
It can't be just 3.
No, that's
Tick, tick, tick. It's
at
like,
least. That's at least 8. It's at least 8.
I like the idea of 7.
7.
7 heaven, right?
Okay, well there's
7 go to heaven for my curse. All right, we'll do 7.
Okay.
You like 8? We'll do 8.
Yeah,
8?
no, I mean.
You know what? 8 is great. I like that. 8.
8 is great.
So, why did I say that? Well, if we have fans that actually give a shit about us, oh damn, they would be counting the poker chips, and at the end they would put in the comments 58 poker chips. It isn't very low.
We'll have a poll and
Yeah, an over under like betting. Over under 100 poker chips on cursing. You got to figure out. You got to do the math. Oh my God, that'd be great. But go on, man. I'm so proud of you. I agree with you, and that's why I brought it. I wanted to get it on record. I don't want to go down this road because I don't think there's any value in going down it until you figure it out. I don't think you figured it out yet. But what we just talked about.
yeah.
It's still.
I just
sizzling.
said it to you because I
Yeah.
had to let it out, and I was like, oh, Jay's not gonna believe this stuff.
What did I say before, kid? I said, one day if anyone ever makes a movie of our lives here, your half of it sounds ridiculous in a beautiful way. Like a movie guy would be like, what is this horse shit?
What kind
Here,
of script is this?
8 poker chips. Take all fucking 50 of them. You know, it's like, here, times a million. Like, it's incredible what's going on right now. It's like just all the avenues of how we're going down and just the synchronicities and all that stuff. But you said I had to get it on record. You know, January 7th, what was it, 4:30 p.m., something like that. I'm healed. That's what you said. I think. I'm sorry.
I think I'm healed. It feels that way. It feels that way. But, you know, it's like, you know, I gotta write this out a little bit because, I mean, I got the ultimate test. You know,
And
you guys do
we'll
the
leave it at
math.
that. Yeah. Uh-huh.
I got the ultimate test, and I
Yep.
was unfazed.
Yep.
I was.
Want. No, not
And-
want. It's kind of like, no big deal.
You know, but
Move it along.
one thing is to call the devil, the other thing is to see him.
Well, you're looking at him, but
So-
how are you? Nice to meet you. Hey, good job. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not supposed to say. I'm not supposed to say that. Shh. But seriously, though, can I ask you the question? Are we there yet? You don't have to answer.
I don't know, but
We're getting closer.
I see that I'm approaching the end of the road, and I got to make a left or a right.
Because my heart's got to pee, kid. But congrats to you, man. I wanted to get that on record because I believed you when you looked at me. You're like, you know, what you just said. And I'm just like, yeah, I think so. You're good. I'll tell you a quick funny story. It's kind of pertinent to the situation. Then we can move on if you'd like, or I'll give you the last word on it. But when I went to therapy for drinking, it was a 4-month. I won't make this a whole big thing. But it was a 4-month intensive outpatient thing where you go in 4 days a week, and essentially for 3 hours a night, sit in a circle and do different activities and different things, talking to therapists about why you drink and all the problems in your life. And it was like therapy on steroids. And essentially, there's no timetable to your healing. I guess subconsciously I started thinking about that when you mentioned that there's no timetable for healing, right? And I'm like, oh, the same thing was told to me in my alcohol treatment at the MCCA, beautiful organization in New Milford, Connecticut. I would love one day, oh my God, if I could donate to them and help them with a better building and that bullshit they're in. But one day.
We'll get there.
We'll get there. One at a time.
Yeah.
But that's got to be real stuff because it's me sitting out there cursing at them. You mother! Is that going to buy you a new building? No? Okay. I got to get you real money? Oh, crap. Huh. Let me make some videos. But I'll never forget sitting in the office with Josh, a wonderful human being, beautiful guy. Younger than me, but, you know, I was going to say something. Anyway, I was going to say, you know, he'll admit it. He went through his own thing, and that's why he was passionate about what he did. And so remember we talked about how when someone's been through it, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And so what a great guy. And so many of them there. But we're sitting there. I'll never forget it. And he looks across the table and he goes, so you think you're healed? And I thought he was challenging me. Or something like that. I'm Josh, if he's ever listens, something like that. Long story short, let me describe the situation as opposed to acting it out. For 5 minutes, we looked at each other and we were saying a bunch of words. I don't even remember what we said. And then finally it's like, I think you're ready. I was like, oh boy. And I got a tingle down my spine. I was like, you think I'm ready? No. You know, because I actually started, this sounds crazy. Kid, you start to like look forward to it because you're talking about the pain and at least, you know, not moving on is a way of showing yourself you care. I'm not getting better, but hey, I'm moving the shit around in my head. Yay. Feelings. Yay, man. Not the button I wanted to push, but thank you. Always get it the second time, right, ladies? Just wait a few minutes. That button was absolutely the one I wanted to push. And ladies, if you need me to push another button,
oh my God,
I'll push that one too. Oh, she pushed the wah button. Wah wah. I'm trying to make this because I don't want to get any feels here and cry. That's why I'm making jokes of it.
That was very good.
That was pretty good.
You was pressing button at the ends. You disappointed, like. But all that pushing, though, you would think that.
You would think, we'll leave it at that I'd find the right button to push.
But
it's here, ladies. Come and get it. I don't know where this is going. Let me pull the.
Yeah, this is.
Long story short, he looks at me. He goes, I think you're ready. A tingle went down my spine. I'm tingling right now. I got scared. And I was like, there's no way, kid. I can't. He's like, you realize, I can't believe this has come back to my head. Healing is a journey, kid.
Mm.
We're in the car. You haven't even driven yet. Go figure it out. What more can I tell you before you actually have to drive the fucking car?
Mm.
That's when the journey begins. You're ready. Here's the keys. We're here in the garage if you need to. The hood closed. Off the door I went. Never looked back in the rearview, kid. Off I went. I was ready. 7 years ago. So when people say there's a timetable or there's a formula, yeah, there could be a formula. E equals MC squared, Y plus X plus Y equals Z, the 5 steps, whatever. 12 steps, if you believe in that stuff. I didn't. It's a whole other story. I did the AA 12 steps. I don't believe in that bullshit, but there's other ways to heal. When you're ready, you're ready. It's whether or not you're admitting it. Guess what? I was able to change my situation and I wasn't ready for it. Mm-hmm. And someone gave me that beautiful energy because he cared about me and he said, here's the keys to your serenity, kid. Time to drive. You're ready. Change your fucking situation, kid. You're ready. Stop thinking about it. Right? How does that feel, hearing that from my voice to you? What's your reaction to that? Doesn't this intertwine with everything we've been talking about the last 14 pods? It's all the same shit. And I'm sitting here going, I've been through this before. Through my healing through alcohol. And now I'm going through it again. That's why it sounds so familiar to me. I've been down this road. And it's baby steps, and sometimes it's elephant steps, and sometimes it's leaps over mountains. And here I am. ready to heal. That's why when you said that, I'm like, I got to get him on record to say it. Because he's not going to believe it. It's one thing for the angel to say it. It's another thing for the devil to hear it. And when you hear this later, kid, you know whether or not you meant it or not. You're going to look into your own eyes. You're going to look into that Adonis face, and you're going to say, did I mean it? Well, I got you on record, motherfucker. There you go. You're welcome. And by the way, you meant it. Congratulations. That's my New Year's gift to you. I had to get that on record. Wait till you see how you said it. It was convincing. You can't hide it. Here's the keys. I wish I had a ting. That story came into my head because I'm like, wow, we were talking about this the last couple pods. I'm like, when have I done this before? I'm like, that's right, 7 years ago. That's why this all seems familiar. And that's why we're both kind of, gliding through this at our own pace and our own whatever. But I'm keeping up with you, kid, because I've done this before. I'm like, wow, this is easy. I don't know if it's easy, but it's simple. Is it not?
Well, shit. Yeah, you look at the G plan. It's
simple.
Do
I have it on the screen? I don't. Hold on. I could. Hold on. Keep talking.
Do the work. Do the work. Believe in yourself. Believe you could do this.
Here we go.
It's not easy. Coño, pero.
Oh, hold on.
You could freaking do it.
There it is. Simple.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not the end all of healing, but
no,
for
of course
flip's
not.
sake.
Coño, but it's a good way to start, man. When there's nothing else.
I mean, when you ain't got nothing, start with someone.
Yeah, there's no special words there. These are very common words that.
Right, that's a great point. It's written in plain English. Anyone can understand this. It's not like psychology speak. You're exemplifying the blah blah blah, the yada yada, the no. Talk to someone.
Yeah.
Simple. Talk to someone.
Yeah. Shit. Like I said, man, God put you in my life, put us together, and
I agree.
I couldn't talk to my sister or my brother or, it has to be, like a trusted friend, and we only know each other a couple of weeks, but I felt.
Does it matter?
that energy was like, man, we just connected in a very, very special way. And, like I got the confidence to just open up and vice versa.
Oh, yeah.
So that was like the beginning of everything.
Because my default switch when I go into pain is like, I'm like a cat. I just go into hiding, like I'm going to go off to die. See you later. Meow. Leave me alone. I don't want to, no. But I saw someone that was in pain that was just going through it, kind of like I was. I don't want to say this would be a very poor. I was going to say hit by the metaphorical love truck. Bad transition from what we're going to talk about.
Yeah.
I can't. I don't even deserve the last wah. But I was hit by this, and I see you in the and I'm just like, oh no. So it allowed me, while I was talking to you and kind of providing guidance, to also heal myself through the gleam of coming off of you to me. In other words, I just needed to talk to someone about this stuff, and you knew what I was talking about because you're going through it, so it helped. Or else I would have, if how do I say this? If it wasn't for you, I'd be doing it all alone still. Look how long I went doing it alone. Like a whole year. I would have gone 3 more years. Yay. Yay, man.
Bro, if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be here. I don't think I would be anywhere near here.
Same here, kid.
It's a godsend, coño. And like what, episode 3, pilot 3, I was talking about trust issues.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And I don't, I got very big, strong walls, and
welcome to man,
bro. And shit, by that time we only knew each other
a couple weeks.
A few weeks, and it was, being vulnerable, that you was being vulnerable with me, and it developed a trust that it was undeniable.
Right. From the very beginning. Right.
It was very, very authentic and meaningful. And I was like, yeah, that's my man.
Yeah.
That's my brother right there.
Well, because, listen, I'm not going to science the bleep out of it or whatever, but in order to help each other heal, we had to have another car analogy, our metaphorical hoods up. So there was nothing to hide.
Yeah.
Let me show you here's how I fixed my thing that got broken. And so when we're talking at that level and I'm trying to diagnose or help you, and listen, we're not therapists. But we were to each other.
Yeah.
And that's fine for me.
Yeah. We just talked. Right. Number one, what it says? I can't see from it. What it says?
Talk to someone.
That's it. That's 3 words.
That's it. The smartest, simplest, but sometimes toughest to do of all of it is find someone to talk to.
And that part is very tricky tough. Because
yeah, it is.
I would more about my situation than anybody else in my life.
Yeah, I'd say same with you. Yeah.
And that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, how is that even possible?
Can I be honest with you? It's how is that possible? Because we're both going through something at a similar time.
Yeah.
There's only so many embellishments that changes the situation. You're basically telling me about your situation. I'm like, yeah, it seems like mine. If you flip this here and you flip that there and flip here, flip there, flip everywhere, flip. Oh, ba, yada, yada.
That was good.
We're both fucked. There's 8 for you. And there's 8 for me. There you go. But no, I understand what you're saying. You revealed a lot of things, and I to you, and I felt comfortable doing it. No hesitation on my part. And it's important for us to at least acknowledge that some people might not have that, right? Sometimes we make this look easy or sound easy because I listen back and I talk to other people who were sharing. We're very infantile here. Well, period. I mean, like in our how long we've been doing this. This is like our infant stage. We're here. Let me put this up. No, hold on. Shite. We're 10 subscribers and 56 videos. I mean, yay!
Hell
let's
yeah,
go.
party. Hell yeah.
Thanks, guys.
We doubled in a week. How about that?
We did.
We doubled in a week. I will take that. And
let's go, baby.
And that was perfectly structured words.
My point being, this is early on in the stage when we're trying to figure this stuff out. But we're very fortunate we have each other to bounce these things off of each other. We don't have the recording of this stuff because we've been doing this and we're like, we might as well put a camera here. That's kind of the story of the GTalk, right? Put a camera and record it because someone might listen to this and go, man, what a great analogy. Wow, his story's powerful.
Yeah.
I feel go ahead.
If we were the very first time 3 freaking hours at the coffee shop and we both felt better.
Oh my God.
Goodness.
A million times better.
How could someone going through something similar, especially when the universe is breaking up more people than freaking
than a comet.
How could another person not benefit from this?
And how can someone not learn from this? And how can we not learn from ourselves in trying to demonstrate it to somebody, right?
Yeah.
We're reinforcing. Someone in corporate once told me, or maybe it was something. No, it was in actually teaching. When I almost became a teacher. I went to University of blah, blah, blah. I won't say it. And I never completed it. 1 credit short. That's a whole other story. And he said, the best way to reinforce any knowledge that you have is to teach it to someone else. And then in some cases, the joy of that will be them reciprocating it back to you and proving to you that they learned it, right? And that's how you solidify. And that's what we're doing here, is it not? That's what we're doing.
Yeah, we're recording, yes. And yes, we want to get to the point that we have people emailing us. By the way, our email is gtalkforus@gmail.com. And somebody say, hey, you know what? I look forward to you guys every week because I'm going through this, and this is the realest thing, the realest help that I could receive.
Right.
And
what is it? Authentic, audacious, and accessible.
Correct. Well said.
We've both said that in the past, but go
on. But as much as we want, and we really want, like, we're passionate about this.
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
This is our own therapy session. We just put some cameras on and
some colors and some stupid shades and the dumb,
my very dear friend told me, she said, Frank, don't forget to do your pod, okay? Because that's your guys' therapy.
Yeah. Your guy talk. Go have fun storming your souls.
And I thought it was hysterical because she recognized that.
Yeah.
And you said it yourself.
Yeah.
And to me, I was like, yeah, no, like there's absolutely no freaking way that I cannot go a week without doing one of these things.
It's like therapy. Say it with me. It's like therapy.
It is.
In a great way, in a better way, and it's cheaper.
Yes, it's cheaper. You know what I'm saying? You can have a drink over here. A therapist,
At least not my therapy. You couldn't.
And by the way, what?
Yeah,
sponsor.
Yeah, certain color. Hey, let's get dark in here. Oh. I'll move on from that.
But overall, it's just therapeutic to just talk, because that the longer that those feelings stay in, man, they just get so much power, man, over you, and you feel it, man. You
they
walk,
fester,
and
again, from an energy perspective, and if anyone, E equals MC squared, I put in one of our
so that was really cool.
It came up pretty good. Thanks, Chat GPT. Yay. Hold on.
Did you like it?
I think everybody likes it.
Thanks. Why don't you reach out next time? Maybe we can have coffee.
What?
Just kidding. I'm caffeine free.
Thanks, AI. I don't know if that was worth it, but I used ChatGPT to list our thing. Hey, screw it. Hey, I need help. That's life. Ask all my ex-girlfriends. They'll confirm that. Where was ChatGPT in the 90s, you bitch? Oh, I meant bitch the ChatGPT. Oh, okay. I didn't mean my ex-girlfriend. They're beautiful. Unbelievable. Can we move on?
Yeah. So.
No, the energy. What I meant, the energy of your thing there. In other words, if you go from energy, it's about either settling the resonance. It's either shaking back and forth in a way you can't figure it out. You're confused. You're scared. You become a child, right? And it's like something doesn't feel right, either for that person or for me, and I don't like it. I don't feel good about it. So let me go help. If I can't help, I need to leave. I need to figure something out. Mm-hmm. Because the adult's sitting there, saying, I don't know, it's 4:56. You need to eat soon. Tomorrow you have work. Oh, kid, you're worried about your feelings? Oh, here's a drug. Here's some. Take this. You won't think about it. And that's how we go about life. But when you and I sit here and we start talking about the energies and we start talking about how we feel and we get it out, we're putting all the building blocks on the floor. Mm-hmm. Instead of stepping on them, we're on our bellies building these podcasts and building these things that we're showing to people and saying, here, heal like us.
Yeah.
Here you go. And we look at it and go, wow, what a beautiful thing we just made.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? But not everyone has that. That's a problem.
Right. But coño, tune the hell in. Well, I mean, they don't know about
They do have it. It's right here.
No, oops, wrong button. They don't. I think if there's a support group somewhere and this popped up and they say, yo guys, check this out, and it's like there's no way that you could say like the podcast, I think a couple of podcasts ago, I said, towards the end we were sleeping in different rooms.
Yeah.
We were both in the kitchen serving each other, serving coffee, and that awkward silence because
it's the worst.
Nobody wants to talk.
Or coming home from work and there's the kind of how was your day? Good, whatever, I don't want to talk about it. Mm-hmm. How was your day? Oh, well, and it's like you don't want to talk about it, but she starts talking about it and you're like, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
I want to talk about something else. And that's how it was for me. I would come home. I don't want to talk about my day. I decompressed on the way home, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then she couldn't wait to get home and unload all that negative resonance on me and get it out. But I was too much of a man to, you know how that goes? Whatever.
Yeah, no, dude.
La definición del hombre. Of course he does. How dare I?
I think it was Chris Rock that said. I think it was Chris Rock that said something to the effect that, man goes home and after work, he has to stop somewhere to get something to drink or smoke a little something.
Little something.
Just get a little something because he knows as soon as he gets home, here comes the talk and you can't decompress. You can't do shit because as soon as you put one foot in the door, oh, baby, hi, how you doing? And you're like, God damn, can I get my other foot in the door before we freaking go down this route? Can I just take my jacket off? Maldita sea, coño, I just need a minute. Chicago. And
that's your head.
Yeah, like that, Tom and Jerry. And, coño, you know what? But with all that being said,
oh, tell me more. Tell me more about Alice from accounting.
With all that being said, and I went through this.
We all did.
I think a few weeks, maybe a month after my separation, I was like, I kind of missed that.
Yeah, you do, but you miss the pain. It's bullshit, though. You miss the conversation. You don't miss the...
I guess I missed the interaction.
Yeah, the resonance. You miss the... Here we go. The energy rant. You ready? You miss the tingling of the energy, but you want it to be high resonance, not the bullshit we're talking about. Oh, here we go with the energy thing. What I was just describing was I'm going home. I want to balance my energies. It's been all over the place today. There's a lot of crazy shit happened at work, blah, blah, blah. I need to go relax. But then there's one more customer I got to deal with, and she's at home, and you're like, oh, fuck.
Mm-hmm.
But when it's great, and she's had a great day at work, and she can't wait to talk to you, and then vice versa, you're sitting there going, I can't wait. It's like, yay, I can't wait to tingle energies. Yay. But when it's going to be low resonant and both of you are just in a place in your lives where you're like, this is not good.
Mm-hmm.
We're always talking about bad shit. Mm-hmm. Oh my God. Here we go. Even at home, I can't escape it. That's when it got crazy for me. And I'm like, something's not changing here. So I'm going to have to change my situation here because I can't change my attitude towards it.
Yeah,
I tried. Ain't going to work.
Oh God, I don't want to go into so many specifics.
No, we're gonna move this. We're gonna. Yeah. Welcome to divorce.
But I Dios mío. And I only say this because I know that.
Yeah, we're getting close. That's your head right there, or your heart, whichever.
There we go. No, but it is. I guess that's a sign that it's like, coño, it's about to turn sideways, and it's like that's the beginning.
That is the beginning, right?
And
right.
The messed up thing is that we don't address it like right then and there, because if we would address it right then and there, and you walk in and the wife, and it's just like, babe, give me 1 second, please. But we don't do that because
what do we do? What do like, men do?
Yes, dear. What? Like, coño, but if we would have just made that little adjustment, it's like, babe, can I just have like 2 moments? I just want to take my shoes off. I want to take my coat off. I want to
but you know
pour
what
myself
though?
a drink.
I'm going to be honest with you, kid. I'm going to push back. You know what I am? Advocate of devils, because I kind of did that for a long time. And if she doesn't think so, then, well, that's her reality, not mine. Because when I look back in time, I did try that stuff. Eventually, you're going to deal with that resonance, whether or not you delay it when you get home and I'm ready for it. Does it help? A little bit. It does. When you come in through the door and, the first half hour, it's all that nonsense, whatever. Unloading about our days and stuff. I wish we would talk about our dreams. I wish we would unload about our progress in our own healing, our own creativity.
I mean, you got to kind of warm up to that, no?
Listen, or going cold with the day and the person that yelled at you and all that nonsense. I mean, come on.
No, like
Either way, it's going to be low resonant. And if every day is low resonant, kid, it's still you're
Like,
just delaying the inevitable. Are you not?
Yes, I do agree with that. I think
Doesn't matter how much time you give me.
Yeah, there's you got dreams and stuff like that. You got to kind of warm up. So it's like you see each other, it's this thing. You feel this way because you had a rough day, whatever. And coño, I don't want to sound sexist or anything. But
GTalk, if it's true, ...
But
coming in close.
If any man disagrees with me, please let me know. You see the man
GTalk for us at gmail.com. The number 4. Go for it.
The man comes home and he, you're like beat to crap because it's just been, on top of all the crap you had to deal with. There was a bad traffic jam. You got home an hour late. You're freaking starving, hungry, and
you put in your DraftKings lineup. You didn't realize that center's not starting tonight. Yeah. Damn it, it's a 0. Oh, I'm sorry. Degenerate gamblers to get a little tingle. There you go. Yeah, I used to do it too. Go on. Starting at 0 at center. How? Damn it! Why did I do a $25 game? We'll go on.
Man, get that man a drink.
Yeah.
Get that man a freaking drink.
Something,
and
right?
if he doesn't drink, at the minute, oh baby, you had a bad day. I'm sorry. Hold on, I'll be right back. Go upstairs, get naked, put on a robe, come back downstairs, and just fwa.
La Portador.
100% of the times, the man is gonna smile. His day just got better.
But kid, she's not gonna do that every time. That's the problem. I guess what I'm trying to say is, it's not how you handle it. Oh God, how do I say this? It's if you always have to play defense when you go home.
Well, yeah, that's ...
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like something's wrong here. There's not every time I come home, it's okay. You got to tell me about your day, and it's going to be blah, 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 and I got to prepare for it, and I need to go get a whiskey, and I need to calm down. That's not normal.
Mm-hmm.
And either something's happening at work that needs to be addressed, or or she's got to change her attitude towards it.
Mm-hmm.
That's a her problem. And I'm not being sexist. I have my own problems too. It's a me problem with my shit. Right? If I'm coming home all the time and I'm bitching and moaning, or I'm not saying anything because that's what I would say, I internalize it, and I wasn't in the mood to talk, that's a me problem. Would you agree?
Mm-hmm.
That's a me problem. I should fix it. And if I can't fix it at work, I need to change my attitude towards that. So I guess what I'm saying is, if 2 people, in my case, that's what it was, are dealing with all this nonsense in their lives constantly and using each other as punching bags for their hearts and thinking it's therapeutic, it's not.
But
and eventually it's going to catch up to both of you because you're not changing your situations or your attitude.
We discussed this a couple of pods ago, whereas because at home is where you're supposed to find your peace. So with your partner, like I said, in a good marriage.
Yeah, in a good marriage.
Tell me about your day. This is what my day. Okay, so, it sounds... How can I help you? Is there anything I could do to help you? But
there isn't. That's the thing.
And yeah, so it's like, okay, so you spoke about it. Do you feel better now?
They say they feel better, but they don't.
But vice versa. You know what I'm saying? We can't exclude ourselves because this is a 2 party situation here because
who's the Democrat in this one? I'll be the Democrat.
Well,
you give me the conservative.
Not politics. Even,
I know what you mean. From an emotional standpoint. Yeah.
Right. From a marriage, between husband and wife, that's supposed to be your biggest support group, your biggest cheerleader, your biggest source of peace. And it's like, okay, this is how my day went. How did your day go? It's like, okay, now once we let it out, like I said, number 1, talk to someone. Once you let it out, you'd be surprised. And even in customer service stuff, it's like, okay, the customer is pissed, let them talk. Once they talk, you see how calm they get. They let it out. So it's...
But Frank, you're ignoring the obvious here. Why are they bringing it home with them? That's a problem. You ready?
I'm going to tell you a story. I'm going to tell you a quick story.
My point here, before you tell your story, this is my premise, advocate of devils. You shouldn't have fucking brought it home with you. Why are you letting that stick to you? You're doing something wrong. You shouldn't be bringing the garbage home with you to deal with it. You leave the trash at work.
Yes.
See what I'm saying?
Yes.
That's what my problem is.
Yes.
Every night shouldn't be fucking brain surgery.
My story relates exactly to that.
So please go ahead.
Bank manager.
Yes. Oh, sorry. I just got PTSD.
Going through the worst shit, but every single day because they charge too many overdraft fees.
Yeah, trust me, we did.
Very, very stressed. Very, very stressed. And the neighbor will see him every day come home from work, and he jumps out the car. You could visibly see that he's upset. He will go and touch the leaves in his tree every single night before he goes and walks into his home.
Yeah.
I don't know if you heard this, or it looks like
no, but I do this now outside. I ground myself, and it's a whole thing. It's a whole energy thing. It's a great transition. Go on. You're doing a great story here. Totally unplanned.
And he goes in and greets his family with open arms. Oh, Dad's home. Oh, hey, honey, whatever. Every single day. And the neighbor will say, "Why you always touching your tree? Like, if it's raining, if it's snowing, like, I always see you there." Like, well, my job sucks, but I need it so I can support my family. And I come home with a lot of stress. So what I do is I leave all my problems from work on this leaf. And I leave it there. I go home. I'm dad. I'm husband. When I leave to go back to work, I touch the leaf again so I could get all the problems that I have to take to work with me. And every morning when I go pick up those problems, is a lot less problems than I left there the night before.
Okay.
Meaning that you leave all that crap outside, don't bring it into the house.
Right.
Because when you leave the house, it's like a fresh start. You're not those problems don't exist. You just experienced life as a husband, as a father.
You're grounding yourself is what it is, literally. Getting that energy out physically by touch. I do that too.
Yeah. And
the whole thing.
I thought about that. I was like, Coño, that really works? Because I tried to find a leaf outside my house.
Listen, I'm going to leave this here because I don't want to go down this road and not give it its just dessert here. But let's just say that if I'm feeling it, the energies are nice and balanced in me, and I did some really great yoga and some breathing. And right now it's difficult. It's cold. It's 15 degrees up where we are. It's ridiculous. But I'm still outside, right? If I pop a squat right next to a tree, crisscross applesauce, like in the middle of the summer, I could feel the electricity from the tree tingling underneath me. It sounds crazy. Where is it? Trust me, I can feel it. When I'm that in tune, wearing shorts, whatever, I could feel it. Energy comes from... People have been hugging trees for thousands of years, Frank. It's a thing. Trees, they don't do just more than give oxygen. They suck in energy. And they are like the purifiers of nature. All plant life.
So
they suck in
this
carbon
whole time,
dioxide.
This whole time I thought that was like a metaphor, meaning that leave your problems outside the house. But they specifically told me the leaf from the tree,
or the tree trunk. Or you could sit. I would sit on the roots if they're sticking out of the thing. Absolutely, you could feel it. I know it sounds crazy. Trust me. I feel like it's like, is this your card? It's like, oh my God. It's not a magic trick. One day I'll show you. I want to talk about it on the pod. I have it written down like 5 pods ago to talk about my routine when I go outside and how I ground myself and I deep breathe and I do I channel. I look at the stars and I just kind of close my eyes and I don't know if you can close my eyes and I astral project myself into the sky and I go for a flight to get out of my body. It's a whole thing, kid. I do a whole prep before this show. You have no idea. And if it doesn't work, hey, this is all bullshit then. You know? Then I'm all fake. But I think it works. It makes me feel good. If it made that guy feel good, then guess what? It works. Does it not?
We could take a poll. Watch the pods. You guys let us know if it works or not, because
yeah, I'll put a poll up. We can put polls up.
Bill
Clinton's the only one dealing with. Oh, okay. We'll put a poll up. Yeah, hey Hillary, we'll put a poll. That was terrible. That was terrible, kid. Go on.
I forgot where I was at.
No, putting a poll up about whether or not that
Oh,
works
if
for you.
if that energy works,
Yeah.
Look at episode 1, then 2, then 3,
It's
then
to
4,
all of them.
and just see if I didn't want to say it, but
It's so true. It's so well played. 1 minute, 1 hour, 5 minutes, 25 seconds. That was so well played. Well done.
I don't want to say because I don't want to toot our own horn. Again, this is a therapy session for us, but every time it's like,
toot.
yo, like each pod is somehow better than the next, and it's like I don't know how we do it because we're just freaking talking. This is not scripted. They ain't nothing over here.
Wait,
What
what does that cue card say over there? I'm joking. There's no cue cards. There's just a little list. We haven't even got to it, but I definitely want to get to this. This is so powerful,
where's
but-
Gabby? I don't see Gabby.
Oh, you know what? Oh, she's over there.
Oh,
And we won't.
Gabby's over there.
We won't need Gabby today. We won't.
Mhm.
Trust me. I got a good thing. But you're right. It's like if you believe in all these energies and things, why not? I mean, at least you're directing yourself. People have been meditating for tens of thousands of years. I can
Yes.
imagine, right?
Yeah.
Or however many. I don't know. I'm not an anthropologist. However many people have been praying
Mhm.
for at least a couple thousand years, right, Jesus? And what's prayer? It's just directing energy. Why do Muslims, and I deeply appreciate and have talked to, I've studied it enough to say, why do you pray 3 times a day and point to one direction? Because they're all sending the energy as if they're touching the leaf away, and then they're pulling some back
Mhm.
to cleanse out. It's like a beautiful thing when the Muslims do that. And it's like, well, does it work for them? I don't know. Ask a Muslim. I knew many, and it worked for them.
They're faithful to
I mean-
to that. Is there's
That's all energy, is it
there's
not? Muslims, let me
yeah.
know. Is it not all energy?
there's a place where Muslims meet, not so far from here, and
Mosque?
Yeah, let's call it that.
I think it's a mosque.
No disrespect, guys. I just
Sorry,
don't.
yeah,
I don't know. But what I do
Sorry.
know is that y'all motherfuckers take all the parking in the area because y'all come deep. It's like hundreds of them, and that place is not
yes,
that big.
Yes.
And I look, and I'm like,
Here we go.
super nice people. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Super nice people. But I'm like, I respect that.
They need some energy, man.
I respect that.
It's like their emotional working out. They're going to the gym for
yeah.
their soul. Yeah, let's go, kids.
and you know,
Hey, we're working legs today. Never skip legs.
So I could respect that.
What is legs in Muslim? Is that when you like? Oh, I guess Ramadan, when you like you feast or fast. Excuse me. That would be like working legs for your soul when they fast. Eid. How dare I? Oh, for Eid, they don't eat. They Muslims, my Muslim friends, they don't eat while the sun is up.
Oh yeah.
Or drink water.
What is Ramadan?
It's Eid. I just said it. Eid.
Eid?
Eide. Eid.
Okay.
Yeah, not Ramadan. Though I think there's something but I believe it's Eid that they do it. If I'm wrong, please email us, or put a comment. But it's all energy, kid.
Mm-hmm.
It's all about balancing the energies in your body. It's all about purifying all that stuff and make sure the electricity has as few impediments as possible to get it to where it needs to go, to your mind, body, and soul.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm doing that right, Muslims. I believe there's other words for that they use, but anybody, it doesn't have to be Muslim. It could be Catholic, Christian, Jewish, whatever,
Mm-hmm.
Buddhist, Taoist. It's all energies, kid. And
Yeah,
and that's why I actually wrote here, energy plus religion. Why don't people actually use the teachings of religion in life? Well, guess what? We just talked about they do, but guess who doesn't? The people that don't practice any religions or have any faith or care about any of that stuff. What are they going to do? And a lot of my friends I could think of some of my family members who are proudly Catholic, which is kind of like being a Democrat or Republican.
Mm-hmm.
It's only important a couple times a year, right?
Mm-hmm.
When you got to
Yeah.
go vote at church, Easter, Christmas.
Yeah.
There's 2 elections a year in Catholicism. The 2 elections, I'm a Democrat. Yeah, well, I'm a Republican. Only once every 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
They don't practice this stuff, right? They might pray and whatever, but it's like in other words, if you look at life as Jesus, Muhammad, Noah, whoever, right? Buddha, they all practice the art of what? energy exchange. They talk to people. They travel to great lengths to exchange energies, help purify energies, help people get that stuff out, and be the metaphorical fig leaf or whatever, wrong in it, whatever. Metaphorical peace leaf or whatever, so people could touch and they could get their energies out. Bad analogy, but I think you know what I'm talking about. But I think the people that struggle with their lives, and I was one of them, and I'm not saying you have to find Jesus or find anything, but I think you have to believe in a higher power, right? You have to believe in something greater than yourself and that there's energies out there that you don't control. So you either change that situation or you change your mentality to the situation, right? I just told you don't control those energies. So either there's only one option. Have faith, kid, and have fun. And the people that struggle the most with going through life is they don't understand life is about the management of energies. The energies inside of you, the energies outside of you, and the interplay between the two. Hopefully you leave it as balanced as possible, leave some extra behind, a little tip to the earth and to Mother Nature, go about your way, and hopefully you had a great experience. Right?
To you or to anyone.
There you go. 1-11-11. I just looked up at the time. 1-11-11. Go figure.
Holla.
Holla. That means something to me, but go on.
Yeah. Oh, once.
I'll go into it another time. Go on. My stupid number thing, my synchronicities. Go on.
And to you or to anyone, have you ever been in a situation that something happened in a way that you felt it was supposed to happen, and you just realized in that moment, like it's just something supernatural that it's like, whoa, like, and you could expect things, like you feel it.
But it's just a coincidence, Frank, right? It's just a coincidence.
Say it with me.
Say it with me. There are no coincidences.
And
there's just energy.
And this is the part about the energy part of it. And bro, New Year's night, I felt a shift in the universe that I can't put into words.
We talked about that, yeah.
And I just felt this, that it's like, 2025 is going to be an incredible year for me. Like something big is going to happen this year.
Yeah.
And I can't tell you what it is or what it's, but it's going to be incredible. It's going to be very impactful.
You felt it.
I felt it in my spirit, bro, in my soul.
You left me. You remember the message you left me?
Yeah.
I was tingling.
Yeah.
Like it's still on I think it's in our
in our chat
thing. Yeah. And I was like, the same way that before where I zoomed in and asked you if you were healed, and you're like, I think I am. Like you had that same tone in your voice. And I'm like, this motherfucker's ready. I just tingled again. I'm like, this motherfucker's. Yeah, even if I'm faking it, guess what? I'm with this guy. La portador de la verdad.
Yeah, bro.
You follow the truth, and the truth will set you free, baby. Let's go.
And I forgot I sent you that message, and
it's like 3 minutes long, dude. You were on a rant. Like you were just like, let's go. I could imagine you pacing back and forth and like doing, oh my God, I was pacing back and forth. Like, oh my God, I listened to it twice.
It's like,
yeah, I was like, yeah, let's go.
Game time, baby.
That was all the buttons. Even the crickets were going, let's go, baby.
Yeah, bro. And I just wanna make sure that I don't miss the opportunity to take advantage of the moments I need to take advantage of.
Yeah,
because
man.
It's coño, I don't know what it is, but whatever it is, I'm ready for it. I know it's going to be significant, and
it's energy, and you're feeling it ahead of it. You're feeling the wave, the tsunami of positivity is coming. You feel it. Yeah,
the other day when you said you're in your orbit, just let it pull through, bro. I went home and I had to write about that, and I was like, the fuck this motherfucker's talking about? I don't know what the fuck he's talking about, but it makes perfect fucking sense.
I could sum it up in a sentence. You ready? And then this will rekindle the thoughts that we talked about. Hopefully this works. Ready? I'm going to get close to me. All right, I'm going away. You're either on your path or your orbit. A path, and I'm tingling as I say this, and it's the truest words I'll ever say today. A path is what you choose to be on until you don't. It's the events that gather in your life, all the things you will accomplish, all the endeavors you will engage in, all the energies you will internalize, and all the energies you will share on this path, this journey through life. Or you are on your orbit. Planets are on their orbit. They don't worry about what direction they're on. They just get pulled through it. They are destined to end in a finality. We don't know yet. Time will determine that. You're either on your path to wherever, whether or not you get to where you're supposed to go. Have fun, kid. Nobody knows until you go to the end because you're not sure. Because you could be on the path, you could be off the path, you could be on the beaten path, you could be on the lost path, whatever. At least you're on a path. But in orbit, you know for a fucking fact you're going to get to where you're supposed to go because you're being pulled through it. You don't have the choice in a beautiful way. You have the choice of the experience you have through it, but your destiny has been predetermined for you in a beautiful way, and it's pulling on you. Don't get in its way. I turn that to you.
Bro, I put both my hands up and do what you got to do. Do what you got to do.
Which would you rather be on, Frank? A path
I
or
be
an
my
orbit?
freaking orbit, dude.
I mean,
you kidding me? Shit, you know the path I just walked?
A comet is on its path. Where it hits depends on what gets in its way.
Right.
Planets and solar systems and galaxies are on their orbit around something, right? They're going to get to where they're supposed to go, come hell or high water. And some people might fight that. Physicians, fuck off.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm talking about. I mean, in the theoretical sense for relationships and you know, our destinies and stuff like that. I don't mean whatever. I don't mean math.
You know, after you do all the work, after you put in so much effort, so much time, energy, after enduring immeasurable pain and disappointment, being at the lowest points as a man, the lowest points, to somehow you know, like you do the work, basically, this is what I got to do and stuff, but I don't want to say cross the finish line, but you know, that you're in a spot and your man tells you, like, bro, you're in your orbit, and after what I felt in New Year's, and I send you them, and then bro, I started writing about it when I got home that day. I'm like, it don't make sense, but I understand. That shit don't make sense. You know what I'm saying?
Is everything meant to be explained, Frankie, or is it just meant to be experienced? I mean, for fuck's sake.
Bro, this is an experience.
Here you go.
This is an experience that I never, ever experienced before.
Do you care all the fucking ingredients that the chef put in the food, or are you going to experience it and go, hey, lady, my lady, what did you think? La portador de la verdad.
Coño, mano.
Right?
Yeah.
Who cares? You got to figure everything out. For what? No. You'll figure that out in the next go around.
No, bro. Right now, I'm just going to enjoy this ride.
Yeah,
you know
man.
what I'm saying? It's like, shit, I went through a lot to get here, and
here you are.
In my flipping orbit.
You're on your orbit. How does it feel?
I'm happy. I'm moving forward. I'm not gonna say moving forward because that's a path.
You're
feel
leaving a lot behind.
I feel outstanding.
Yeah.
I feel outstanding.
And some might poke holes at an orbit. You come back around in a circle. That's an orbit. That's fine. Hey, kid.
Let me enjoy the ride, dude. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Let me enjoy the ride. When I come back around, you wait for me there. We could talk.
Not everything is literally physical or physics. Ask the physicians. Whatever. They'll kill you with a lot of information. So let's move. This is a perfect 119:30 in. Pardon me. This is a perfect. I want to show you something. If it's okay, can I kind of move this along?
Yeah.
Do you have anything? I want to get to this. This is great. This is we built up to this, and I think we could talk about it in a way that's. Let's just talk about it.
Yeah.
So I wrote down here. I said, there are 3 types of people in this world. You ready? How many? 3. First one. There are takers of energy.
Mm-hmm.
And remember, what we put for energy is whatever you want. Emotions, emotions is the only way that they could take from you, unless they're taking your literal energy and they're eating you. But I digress. And then there's givers of energy,
Mm-hmm.
right? Takers and givers. Simple as that. You're either someone that needs to get the attention, or you're someone that's giving the attention, is one example, right? Someone that's talking all the time, like me, and someone that's listening, right? Doesn't mean you stay that one thing you alternate, right? That's my theory. What say you?
You're missing one.
Which one?
You said 3 people. 3 kinds
Oh,
of
the other one's you. Literally an X.
Oh.
It's what, see what I did? You play, yes, kid. I was like, dude, how far do I take this? The third one is you.
Okay.
You.
Okay.
Put an X there.
You.
You. The third one is what you choose to be.
Mm-hmm.
There's only 3 types of people in this world, and you cannot change 2 of them.
Well,
You could only change 1, and that's you. Do you see how that works? Because if you can't change people for what they are, what's the only other option, kid? Change your mentality towards them.
Mm-hmm.
That's life.
Coño, but you know what? Let's just talk
That's
about
all there
this.
is. Yeah, that's why I
Porque-
brought it up, for us to talk about it.
Porque, givers and takers of energy and stuff. And then there's you. But, like, I'm going to use us as an example. We're both.
Right. That's my point. It's whatever you choose yourself to be. It's the moment that you choose to be that determines your experience. Does it not? Choose wisely. You can't do anything else. What, you going to be neutral?
Yeah, no. I'm sorry. I'm only applying this to us.
Yeah.
Is I will say is equally give and take. We feed each other and.
But we can't. My point. Sorry to interrupt. Is we can't do it at the same time.
No, of course not. We shit. When I went through my shit, you was like, "Come on, kid, let it out."
Right.
And
I was taking your energy from you.
yes, and you was there and asking the probing questions and great. I feel great now. So it's give and take.
But you cannot give and take at the same time, is what I'm saying.
No, man, your brain will pop, dude.
I'm making a very simple kind of beat down the horse point here. It's when you play the move right, you have to know well enough to when I'm going to be a giver of energy and I'm going to take energy. You have to know it right. That determines you're going to jump up or you're going to, Mario, whatever. But the reason why I say it that way, because there's people in life, you identify them. They're either in the need of pulling energy in this moment that I'm with them, if I cross paths, right? Or they're going to be, they need attention. They need, take my energy here, take my energy, right? So someone's either, they need to internalize more energy, they're missing energy, there's something in there that's missing, that's discombobulated. And they need you to provide them either feedback or attention or, compliment or something, validation, right? We talk about that, validation. Or they need to get it out. They need to talk about, whatever, or vice versa. I forgot what I just said. The third is you. You are the one that determines us, the X, what we need to be in the situation when we meet the given scenarios of 1 or 2. Someone's either a 1 or a 2. They either need your energy or they need to give off some energy. And in some cases, it has nothing to do with you. It has to do with getting their energy out. And you need to know the difference and how to react, right? And in that case, I guess you could say you could avoid them. If they're not that important in your life, you could avoid them and not have to deal with any of it. And that's how you deal with strangers, is it not? But they're really, when you encounter somebody, they're either going to take your energy or they're going to give some to you. And if you're in the need to give energy and you want to talk about you're so happy, but that other person's also talking about how happy they are and whatever, and you're like, oh, yeah, but I need you to listen to my thing. I want to share my great news about work. No, I got to share my great news about work. It's not going to work, right? And then when you have 2 people that are takers of energy and 2 of them are meeting, misery loves company. They're sucking energy back and forth from each other. They're like sucking off of a little straw. They're underwater and they're They're like, oh, here, to get the little bit of oxygen to stay alive, and wallowing in there and drowning in their mire and their misery. You need the right combination of energy givers and takers. Like a therapist is going to be taking some energy from you at the right time. And at the right time, they're going to instill some energy in you, right? But unfortunately, some people don't know the difference. They don't know when they should be one thing or the other, when they should listen or they should talk. Some people say, you should be listening right now, kid. Okay, so I will. What say you? I mean, there's really only two situations in life, kid. You're either going to get something from someone or you're going to give them something. Or you're going to avoid them, I guess, is the third one, if you want to say. But I like to think of Robert Frost, two paths diverge in the woods. And I took the one least traveled by, which is such an overly quoted and misunderstood quote. Sarah, don't even get me started. College, high school, please, people, stop. Don't stop quoting that stupid thing. You don't get the poem. He's not talking about it the way you think you are. Oh, God. I took the one least like I took the chance that nobody's willing to take. Nobody gives a shit about you, kid. Your life is yours and nobody else's. The least traveled by is the one you didn't do. It doesn't matter what everyone else did, motherfucker. It only matters what you did, and whether or not you got in your own way, bitch, has nothing to do with least traveled by. Least or most, you haven't traveled it, so it's zero.
But he did travel it.
He never did. If you read the poem, he never did.
Dude, he traveled it. Bro, he traveled it. I don't know what you're talking about, though. I just wanted to go there. So
Robert Frost, if you read
that
the
rant
thing.
was very good, and I just wanted
to. You're trying to. You're the definición de hombre, and I'm still the devil, the grown-up boy. When you go back, I had to read the poem again, Robert Frost, because I'm like, why are so many people quoting it? It's like they're misunderstanding it, and they are. He's talking about it. He didn't do shit. He's still standing in front of the two paths. He says it multiple times. And I took the one least traveled by. Guess what? The one least traveled by means he hasn't made a decision yet, because he only takes the path he's going to take. The one least traveled by is the one he hasn't taken. So he's taken that path in his head. He hasn't done shit. And they're misquoting it in high school ceremonies. Oh my God, it just drives me nuts. An hour 27 in. I've been trying to get that off my chest forever. Kids, valedictorians, I'm coming in close. You're misunderstanding the fucking poem. Stop quoting it.
You're talking to kids, bro.
I'm sorry. I mean, well, they're 18. They're 18 years old.
No, they're 17.
Okay, damn it. Shoot. All right. Here's the thing.
Actually, they wouldn't be listening because
they
it's
wouldn't.
18 and over.
They don't need our help yet. They haven't messed up their lives yet.
We'll see you fuckers in about 10 years. You know what I'm saying?
We'll see you soon.
Yeah.
You're gonna need it. You're gonna need a divorce attorney. Moving on.
Oh, by the way, this is brought to you by attorney.
yeah. So and so ambulance chasers.
Oh my God,
LLC.
how funny would that be? Attorneys wants to sponsor us. Be like, hey, could you just put my name out there? Great divorce attorney.
I could think of a good friend of mine who, hey, yeah.
Oh,
Dan, let's talk. So let me go back to this now. There's only two types of people. Can we agree on that? What's the third type of person? There's not. You're either going to be taking energy or giving energy. That's what a battery does. That's what we talked about plugging into the wall before the show. You're either the plug or you're either the socket in the wall. Mm-hmm. You're providing the energy or you're taking it. There's no scientists. There's nothing else, because energy cannot be frozen. Mm-hmm. If it stops moving, it's not energy. That's one of the tenets of energy being energy. It's always in the move. It's always vibrating, or else it's dead. It's dark matter. Physicians, did I say it right? Thank you. So in that case, we go to this, the Niagara Falls guy. I saw your eyebrow go up. Or the New Orleans guy. Because there was a tragedy on New Year's Day in 2025, right? In New Orleans, where a guy drove his white pickup truck through the tight streets, and we're about to see how tight. The tight streets of New Orleans, and unalived about 14 people, right? Which is ridiculous. But the reason why I'm talking about this is, I think, two good examples of an energy taker and an energy giver, but in a way that I'm going to have to explain. So can you repeat the story of the Niagara Falls guy real quick for everybody? I thought it was very impactful. I've heard it before, but when you told it, I thought it was immensely impactful because of what we had discussed and stuff. Do you want to tell the story real quick, briefly, so we could, it's an hour 29 in, so we could kind of build off of that? What is the Niagara Falls man story? It's not called that, but.
Yeah, it's not called that, but This is, I think, a couple of pods ago. We was talking about something that was very, very deep, and this story came to mind. And I had told you I heard it from 2 different people, and I was like, "Coño, it must be true because it." So
I heard it. Yeah.
this man wanting to unalive himself, he drove to Niagara Falls and he jumped off with the intention of unaliving himself.
Mm-hmm.
On the way down, he survived.
Yes.
On the way down, he said he couldn't remember why he jumped.
Say that one more time, please. He couldn't remember.
He could not remember why he jumped. He made a plan, got dressed, got in his car, drove to Niagara Falls, got to the ledge, and jumped. On the way down, he could not recall why he jumped.
He was so focused in the moment of, oh my God, I'm about to die.
Yep.
Isn't that interesting?
He is now a crisis counselor.
That's how you told me. And I've heard that story, and it might not have been him. For anyone who knows, and I don't want to make, if you know, Niagara Falls is pretty tall. It's kind of worse than Action Park. We talk about Action Park, and I don't mean to make light of it, but I actually am trying to kind of lighten this load here. But if you jump off Niagara, chances are you're not. Like, I wouldn't take a bet for you.
Yeah, no.
I would take I would parlay that you're probably gonna not come up. Well, you might, but not alive. You'll be unalive, right? It's not a good idea.
It's a miracle he survived.
And you say diving is one of the things you from the Action Park episode. You wouldn't dive off Niagara, right? You wouldn't do that. The look on your face.
Dude, I am staying like where the rails are. That there's no way for you. That's where I'll be.
The water kind of hits you. So he planned it, right? Went all the way up there.
Yep, made a plan.
Executed on the plan.
I don't know if he had to put gas in his car to get up there.
Right? He had to get snacks.
You know what
He's
I'm saying?
He's in the, should I get snacks? It's a long ride.
Yeah.
I don't want to die with an empty stomach.
I'm not going to get a full tank because I don't need a full tank. I'm going to get,
$30 one way.
But I thought that was, and then when you said you heard the story too, I was like, whoa.
I think slightly different, but yeah. What kind of guy do you think he was? Based on what we just talked about.
Damn, I never thought of that.
You're about to.
I never thought of that.
Because I might be onto something here. People pay attention. Is he a plus or a minus? I'm going to have to explain that because it gets a little bit confusing what that means, right?
I'm sorry. Is that a plus or minus, meaning positive or negative?
Would you like to phone a friend?
Motherfucker jumped and immediately regretted it.
We got a caller.
Hey, you needed to phone a friend?
My goodness. It's freaking Pat.
Hey, Pedro. Pedro from KC. Wink, wink.
Pedro? It's Pat Mahomes. Hey,
shh. Kid. What did you want to tell Frankie?
Ah, man. Hey, Frankie. Hey, what's up, kid? Happy New Year. Hey, what's up? Did you see our game? Hey, see you in the playoffs. Actually, you won't see me next week because we got #1 seed.
Yeah, I'm going to have fun.
I'm going to leave that impression there. What I was going to say was, let me help you out with a plus and minus, okay? Thanks, Pedro.
But
you got it. No, wrong button. What do I mean by that?
He jumped and immediately regretted it.
Okay, no, see, you need some clarification. The person, not the action. Pause for a second.
I'm going to have to come back to the next part.
No. You're going to figure this out right now. This is very easy. You're going to figure. I'm doing this for a reason. People pay attention. Let's talk about the New Orleans guy. Guy in the truck, unalive, 14 people. He's unalive as well.
I didn't follow the story. How did he become?
So this is actually kind of interesting. He actually, this is crazy. I was in New Orleans a year ago, and around the same time, October 30th, 31st, Halloween, and then Hallows. I guess what's the day after the Day of the Dead or whatever. That motherfucker, supposedly, according to reports, a year ago went and scoped out the scene in New Orleans to see what he would do. He was already thinking about, unless I heard it wrong, I'm pretty sure I didn't. He was planning his whole thing a year ago. I was there, kid. And I even, it's a weird, you talk about energies. I was going to go down to the French Quarter that night that he supposedly was there the 30th or the 31st. I forget. I think it was the 30th. I was down there with my travel trailer on my way to San Antonio. I stopped for a few days in New Orleans. I think Taylor Swift was in town. Actually, it was kind of funny. She was in town. And the little part of me when I go, oh my God, she's in New Orleans. Holy shit. I'm like, maybe I should meet some Swifties or something. There's some cute Swifties out there. Let me go to the Superdome. Yeah, let's go. Hey. And I'm like, you know what? No. Something inside of me said, don't go to the French Quarter. I want to go see the French Quarter. I was by myself, right? And I felt a weird feeling that night. I was like, it's weird. It kept me. So I don't know if that has to do with him. I'm not going to pretend. But the motherfucker went down there and planned it all out with glasses that record. There's videos of it. There's videos online of him looking in the mirror like, oh, making sure they work. And he scoped out the whole thing. He planned the whole thing out. And then when he drove there, he had bombs and everything. Somehow they didn't go off. Thank God. It would have been like the Boston Marathon thing again. Thank God, right? Why am I bringing this guy up in this terrible situation? You'll understand in 2 seconds. What kind of guy do you think he was? Plus or minus?
Minus for sure.
So you think he's a taker of energy? Because that's how I define. Or was he a giver of energy? Because some people might say he took their lives, he took their energy. Nope, that's not how this works. Because that was an action. What kind of a person was he?
I'm gonna let you answer that.
Good. Okay, this will make sense now. People pay attention. He had so much energy inside of him. No one was taking it from him. It was literally making him vibrate in a resonance that he started to think bad thoughts, and he wanted to hurt people and send his energy out. He was a giver. He's a plus. He gave the energy because no one would take it from him. So he made them take it. He's a giver of energy. It was low resonance, and some of them got unalived by it. The other guy internalized it all. He planned it. He went all the way. Didn't tell anyone probably. Didn't take anyone's life. He internalized all the energy. He needed more energy from people. He was in the negative. He needed to take energy from somebody to balance himself out. He was missing something, and he found it when he jumped. And all of a sudden, he got all the energy he needed, and he turned himself around. The other guy, without hurting anybody, the other guy never got the energy. He never was able to give the energy he needed. Maybe he did at the end. I don't know. I hope not. But his energy ended up unaliving these people through his actions. He was hurting inside. Some people might say he was missing something. No, because I'm missing something. I didn't go out and kill 50 people. I was internalizing a lot of pain, and I was missing something. I was missing some love. I was missing some understanding, people to take my energy. I didn't do what he did, right? So there's two types of people in this world, but their actions is what determines their outcome, right? Not saying one or the other is negative or positive. We're talking about literally negative or positive. I'd rather not talk about it that way. You're either taking or you're giving. But how you do it is very important. Because if he was going down there to try to give the energy and he's celebrating and jumping up and down, he's like, I'm going to give positive energy, they would have loved him. He would have been dancing in the streets. But no, he had low resonant energy he built up over time, at least a year before. And he said, screw it. No one's willing to take my energy. I'm alone. No one understands me. I'm going to plan. They're all going to take my energy. And I'm going to prove it that I exist one last time. And he went there to unalive himself because he knew it was going to happen. It happened. But he had the intent of giving his energy to everyone so they could take it. All the low resonance. Take it all. He exploded like a sun. The other guy imploded like a sun, or I guess you could say. He internalized the energy. He didn't hurt anybody. He planned it all himself. He drove all the way up himself. He didn't have someone drive with him. He didn't bring anybody. I could only assume the story I heard where he internalized it. And he's like, you know what? It's not worth it anymore. I'm going to go. See ya. But he didn't hurt anybody. He needed help. He needed energy. Help me. I'm missing something. You know what? I'm going to take my life. And off he went. So whether or not I discombobulated that or not, those two things could have been handled much differently, right? This you could speak about, because neither one of us is going out trying to do what either one of these guys did, right?
No, of course not.
They were brought to a point where they were at the end. One internalized all of it and didn't hurt anyone. The other one needed to externalize all of it and harm everyone because he couldn't hold on to that resonance anymore. And someone had to feel it. And that's the only way he could prove that he existed and he could leave his mark. And I say all the time, balance yourself out, the key to serenity in this world, and leave behind a tip from Mother Nature and all your brothers and sisters you leave behind. Leave it a little bit better than what you were provided. And this guy said, fuck it. I'm going to leave it in shambles. Whereas the other guy said, you know what? I'm going to jump in the water. At the very least, I'll float away and I'm gone. No one will have to worry about me. You see what I'm saying? Both bad ways to do it, but one worse than the other for other people, is it not? Hate to go there. Hate. Deep subject for the end of the pod at 1:41, by the way, 2 minutes away.
You see, I'm going to have to...
You need to think about it?
Yeah, I'm going to have to rewatch this and
Okay.
because...
It's more dense than I thought.
Yeah, this is... I wasn't expecting none of this, so I didn't
expect to say it that way, but I think what I'm intimating here when I say for people to pay attention is we could probably prevent both of these scenarios in the future if we're looking for the energy and what's hampering it, and understanding whether or not someone's a giver or taker of energy, and whether or not something's screwed up inside where they desperately need to take energy. They need that support. They need someone to listen, take their energy, take, or vice versa. The other way, they need someone to give positivity to them or something. And identify these children, these young adults. This guy was in his 40s, I think. I think this other guy that in the story I heard was at least in his 30s or 40s. I can't remember.
I believe it was early 30s.
Right. So it's a problem with the management of energies. And one just took it on himself. The other one took it on everyone else. I would only imagine, I'm not going to speak for him, how dare I, that his goal was to harm as many people as possible. You're going to feel what I feel. Here you go. Because nobody gives a shit about me. The energy inside of me, I can't take it anymore. Off it goes. Frankie, how many times have we been in a situation at a Starbucks where we're anxious, we're crying, we're shaking, we have so much energy inside of us? Please take my energy. Take it. I'm in pain. And you take it, or I take it. And we have someone there. I'm not saying that either one of us would be driven to doing any of those two things, but for God's sake, other people are.
Mm-hmm.
And that's an action we could prevent by identifying what type of energy they need. Do you need me to listen? Do you need me to help? Do you need me to tell you and talk to you? What is it that you need? Let me talk with you. And identify these individuals before we identify them on the screen with a mugshot or them lying on the street dead. Because that's too late. And by the way, 143. That's called timing.
Yeah, perfect freaking timing after, such a...
Leave it to the grown-up boy and the grown-up drummer boy. 143, we drink to that.
Yeah.
Love to you, my brother.
Salud, hermano.
Yeah, I'm not expecting you to respond back. That is a lot more. How dare I? I thought we'd have a little more time, but 143:34. Think about it. Listen back to it. I need to listen back to it. I guess what I'm trying to say is, if we started energy, and we understand the world like that, energy. I'm not saying just dilute the whole world into whether or not you're a plug or a socket. It's not that simple, but it kind of is. It kind of is. Someone either needs you to listen, or they need you, to pay attention to them and talk to them. That's it. There's no other option. Or get the hell out of their way. But in this case, two extreme situations where one person, both had the same goal, to unalive themselves. They manifested it in different ways. One succeeded, one didn't. Depends on what your level of success is, right? Or what your determination is. I won't tell you which one succeeded and which one didn't. That's for the next pod. But for the last 10 minutes or so, kid, let's sum this up. It was ended up pretty dense, but what of anything we've talked about up until this point do you want to revisit? Because that one, go watch it again. I don't know if I explained it the best way.
I'm going to have to watch it again just because
I've thought about it right before we came, so it's not a full thought, but I think I'm onto something.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to
Yeah.
do some bullet points and
Maybe journal?
try to
Yeah.
not create something, just analyze it in a point where I could use it for basis of comparison to other things.
It's a simple equation. It's either plus or minus.
Bueno.
It just depends what you consider the plus and the minus. That's the thing. That's the tough part. It's
yeah.
not what they do. It's what they are.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, separate the individual from the action.
Mm-hmm.
It's not whether or not what they did was plus or minus.
Mm-hmm.
It's who they are, their energy inside of what they need or what they're lacking.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm talking about. Not what they did. That's the action as a result of not dealing with the energy inside of them. In other words, you need either some more energy or less energy. And something's wrong, and that's why something has to give, right? Think about it this way.
You see, I don't want to say the following because I'm not sure if it's exactly applicable. Yeah, I'm gonna have to
Think about it. No,
yeah,
listen.
I'm gonna have to think about it.
You know what? Hey, we can't make everything like wrap up beautifully. Come and tune in for
this is not
episode
scripted.
4.
This is not scripted. we just this is a 2-hour therapy session, and we just go with the flow.
We just go with the
flow. We feed off each other. There's 3 kinds of people. Say it with me.
Energy takers
and energy
givers. Hey, wait, you're missing one. What's the third one?
You.
It's always you. Hi, hello.
Yeah.
You choose which one you're going to be, an energy giver or taker. It depends on the moment, kid. Pay attention.
Yeah. So
it matters.
It bounces back and forth here, and look at every single pilot, every single show. It bounces back and forth like ping pong,
like a ping pong ball.
So I found myself flustered here because I need to analyze this. I need to
analyze that.
And then I'll come back with something.
Think about it.
Yeah, because this is not something that you could just.
No, this is very G plan ish, right?
G-plan-ish.
Oh, by the way, this is what we're gonna end on. You ready? I almost forgot. Check this out. There's no effing way. I need for y'all to see this. I can't play. There's no video to it, and I don't know, Frank, if you could see it.
Yeah, I see.
Look how tight this is here. I don't know if it's not. I can't do the cursor on the screen, but it is tight. You're looking at the people that are in the middle of the street by the I almost said porthole. The what do you call? Manhole cover, whatever. That's a very, very small lane. It's a 1-lane street.
Yeah, 1-way street.
And a big white pickup truck coming down the street. These people are effed, are they not? They're effed. I want you to pay attention to the redhead. And I'm not making jokes of this, people. I'm going to play it twice. You ready? Here we go. Oh. I'm going to play it again. I didn't know there was sound. Oops. Hopefully I won't get in trouble for that. I'll play it again. I'm going to stop it at the right moment. Right here. Right here. No, hold on. It's like right. Look where she's at. She's on the street, right? And at the very last moment, she's running down. She's not even looking.
Mm-hmm.
She's looking down. I'm pointing down to the GT logo. She's not even looking, kid. Something helps her. Something, either she read the energies or her guardian angel something, and listen, prove me wrong. Watch. All of a sudden, she just flicks to the right. She takes an angle to the right. And I'm like, whoa, girl, you got lucky. Or your guardian angel helped you. There's no way she shouldn't have been flattened, kid. She wasn't even looking, and at the right moment, she just went,
Mm-hmm.
and she missed it by even look at the guy looking at the look in his face, like, holy crap, that was a truck, that was for real. He's like, oh my God. And I don't know if that's a body up there, up ahead or something. Maybe that's a person. I'm not sure. I think there could be a couple people up there. I don't know what that is on the video. You know, we don't have to play it anymore, but she narrowly missed that. Why do I say that? Well, oops, hold on. Do you believe in energies, Frankie? Do you believe that either it was a guardian angel or she felt that energy from the truck, and she, being a woman, and I say this in the most beautiful way, the last bit of get the F out of the way hit her, and she goes, okay. Whew.
Yeah.
How do you explain that?
I think.
You don't think he would have been aiming for her? I mean,
he clearly was.
It looked like it.
I think once the sound of the motor got close enough, she knew exactly when to.
She felt it.
Yeah.
But listen, I believe in a higher power.
Yeah.
I guarantee she didn't hear shit. That was the longest 4 seconds of her life.
Mm-hmm.
That probably lasted like an hour. And maybe time slowed down so much that she knew exactly when to off she went. What do I mean by this, and why do I end on this? I end on this because we talked about energy, about feeling the energies, about dealing with the energies, about managing the energies inside of us and understanding the interplay between the energies outside of us and the energies inside of us. Kid, does that redhead, I'm tingling, does she understand today, like that guy jumping off Niagara Falls, the interplay of the energies inside of her and outside of her? Do you think she's going to go hug her boyfriend, girlfriend, friend, cousin? Who knows what kind of conversation she had early in the day? Maybe she was doing something bad, good, but I don't know. Does that not put life into perspective?
Of course.
I just fucking tingled again.
Of course. And, like
Wow.
if I were to ever see her or speak to her, I'll say, listen, I believe that you're destined to something great.
I mean,
you cannot leave just yet. Just keep your eyes open for that opportunity, because, you're going to do something great.
you were spared, if you want to look at it that way, or you saved yourself. Either way, you're right. You're still here.
Mm-hmm.
You have another chance. Go do whatever you want with it.
Yeah.
Live it for the experience. That's life.
Go on, yeah.
You got another however many years, hopefully many.
Mm-hmm.
I was so obsessed at that stupid video. Obsessed with it. Because it reminds me of Fight Club. And yeah, it was 25 years ago, kids. I'm not ruining the fucking movie, okay? It's Fight Club. Where Tyler Durden goes to the Asian guy in the supermarket or the pet store, and he takes him out back. You know the scene from Fight Club? Have you ever watched Fight Club? Oh my God. We got to watch Fight Club.
How could you not watch Fight Club, Frank? You're from the Bronx. I never watched it.
Oh my God, that's right. He basically puts a gun, something to his head, wink, wink, an unalive machine to his head behind the supermarket. He took him, and he grabbed his license, and he says, basically, long story short, he says, is this what you went to school? What did you go to school for? He's like, a veterinarian. And you're working in this effing place? You're wasting your life away here? Well, listen, why shouldn't I take your life now if you're wasting it? Boom, I should, He goes, basically says to him, I'm giving you a second chance. I'm not going to take your life, but I'm going to take your ID. I'm going to check in on you, whatever his name was. If you're not in the process of being a veterinarian in 1 month, I'm going to take your life. And then he says to the guy, the character that plays opposite him, you're crazy. Why the hell did you do that? How dare you? What are you, nuts? He goes, tomorrow, he's going to wake up and it's going to be, his cornflakes are going to be incredible. It's going to be the most beautiful sunrise. You know what I mean? Like, it's very demented and very dark.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine being that guy, though.
Mm-hmm.
Like the redhead. It went through my head, too. Holy crap. Tomorrow, what a year you're going to have, girl. 2025 is going to be magical because you know what? You almost didn't get the ticket. They almost didn't stamp you. Or maybe they almost did.
Mm.
Woof. 154.44 or 45. We got a few minutes, kid. I kind of brought this to a halt, didn't I? Your head looks.
Tell me your best joke.
I can't. I can't. I'm hooked on these things, bro. It's like.
On you.
And we have to do an outro soon. It's all these things. It's all about the energies, and that's why sometimes I sit outside. I don't sit. I walk around. I pace like a moron in the cold, and I'm smoking a little cigarella, a little cigarella, and I start thinking about these things, and I'm like, life really isn't that complicated. It's pretty simple. You either do this or that. You either try that or this. Ba 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 da da da. It's about being in the right moment, the right time, reacting and reading the energies, and making sure that you keep staying ahead of the curve or go with the flow and don't go against it. Simple as that.
Mm.
That's life. What say you?
So there was these two ladies at a bar.
Go for it.
No, I was just trying to.
Oh, I wish you had a joke.
Yeah, me too, man. Shit, I'm.
Let me see if I can come up with something real quick. We'll do joke of the day.
Yeah, let's do joke of the day.
Here we go. You ready? Joke of the day. Put us both up there. No, I'll put this one. Oh, God. Here we go. You ready?
Oh, please let it be funny.
No, this is not. It's so stupid. Have you heard the joke about yoga? Never mind. It's a bit of a stretch.
Oh, man. Go on you.
President Lincoln was approached by a woman after a political speech. If you were my husband, I would poison your tea. Lincoln replied, if you are my wife, I'll gladly drink it.
Oh, been there.
And well, hopefully not. And then, by the way, the synchronicity of the boom was sounding interesting with Lincoln. But listen, I don't have any good jokes, kid. I'm going to go to the close screen. This is a conflicting ending to a pretty awesome episode.
Yeah.
I don't know how to end it. I mean, we're hitting at 157.
Yeah.
Wrap this all up. What we were talking about. We were talking about, caring for someone, showing energy, being positive. You got the last 30 seconds. Go for it.
We spoke about healing, orbits, galaxy. Well, you guys seen this. So you could rewind this shit to the front.
So I have a question for you, kid. Are we there yet?
I don't know. Are we?
We'll find out soon.
So then next time.
Boom! That's called timing, kid. God bless you. I just tingled. Salud.
Party.